right, so today's video, we are back with some spectating. Good to be back with some spectating. Rank here is Gold 1 support on Xbox playing Ana. Obviously on Route 66 says, hey, I'm currently a Gold 1 Ana main who plays mostly solo. This was the most toxic tank I've played with so far. This match was almost 30 minutes long and the most stressful match of my Overwatch career. We ultimately won the match, but not without a long, stress-inducing fight. Not only did I have to fight off a Sombra and Tracer most of the time, I eventually had to start trying to play around my tank, who was blocking me because I wouldn't switch. Not because I didn't want to, because the other support had already switched to my other main, Moira. Had I switched like the tank wanted, I would have done even worse than I did on Ana. Given my circumstances, I don't even think I did that bad. Anyways, I would love any feedback to improve my gameplay. Please and thank you. All right, so we'll see how it goes here. You know, obviously I'll remember with my spectators, I'm getting a little bit more, you know, analytical, but I paused a little bit more to kind of show some things. So, all right, Route 66, Ana. Let's see how this plays. I'm ready. Just remember, this is what they see. And I'm doing this more and more now because some of the advice I've been given to people is that you need to start looking at like the point of view of the other team of how you look to understand positioning. And I was going to say something the first time when you were there, but I just want you to see this. Look at your positioning, how obvious it is they see you. This isn't going to be as good of a spot. And the reason being is that once you lose map control, you're just going to end up having, you're going to get rolled here. So generally, you know, look to start up here. Play it safe. If your team's not committed to playing like up, right? Look, which is up here. Some teams do that. Honestly, you see that more in like OWCS and like matches than you do in ranked. Then you would fall back up to here. Why? Because you have line of sight. You have cover from these angles. You have the ability to heal your tank. And then if they shoot you from this angle, you have the ability to fall and take another angle. Do you see why these are good spots? I mean, heck, you could play it really safe if you wanted to, but I think it's better to be up here because of the corner. So the point I'm making is don't do this because eventually like you'll just fall over. Like you're literally just standing there. That's one Widow around the corner that like one-shots you. That's a, you know, Sombra hits you with a random like virus across the map and then the Tracer, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot that can happen there, so be careful. And like being on the low ground here is also going to help the positioning of the Sombra and the Tracer too to like get you because you're so like in their team. Oh, this is. Remember, don't be too distracted by the Tracer. It'd be good to keep in mind when you have a. Right now, there's a. Okay. I hope I don't have to pause as much on this, but let's look at your comp. Right now, it's you and a Mercy, right? Now, listen, Mercy can keep up a lot of people. Mercy can keep up the DPS a lot. Mercy can keep up even you. But, like, your Mercy is going to need some help here on the tank. And if you're not healing the tank at all, the Mercy just will not be able to keep up with those heals nowadays, especially with the DPS passive continuously getting better and better, which means that you need to be able to help there, right? It could be as simple as an Ana grenade. Did you know that when you Ana grenade someone, and they like it goes like yellow like that, they have like increased healing at that point? So like at the very worst, you can throw an Ana grenade at the tank to help your Mercy. You did none of that. You got distracted by a Tracer and that was it. Once you saw the Tracer, you were everything else of the map, you weren't doing anything with that. So you're fine. You're doing it again on this duel. It's okay to, like, pop shot at them, but, like, if you're going to leave the rest of your team, that is going to be the problem. And right now, you're getting easily distracted by the Tracer. So. Obviously, a little bit of a rough start there. But that's why I'm going to pause and show you on moments where you need to focus a little bit more on, like, the team fight itself rather than just the Tracer. Because if I'm on... Listen, if I'm playing Tracer and all I need to do is shoot at you for 12 damage and then blink away and you're going to run around the map chasing me, I've already done what I need to do on Tracer. I don't need to get the elim. If you're not healing your teammates, that's a win already. I don't need to get the elim. I just need to blink around. I'm gonna respond to this one. You said, dude, just tell them they should be healing their tank. I feel like you're being too nice. Well, first of all, yeah. Second of all, to what you're saying here is if I just say heal the tank, that's it. That's not gonna. Okay. Let's circle back on this one. Here's how I like to learn. The way I learn and consume information is if somebody says heal the tank and that's it, I need to, like, I'm also a person that's like, okay, I'm healing the tank. Can I have more reason behind this? This goes for anything, right? Anytime somebody says something like, hey, you know, do this, I like to do this because so I can learn why. I like to absorb that knowledge. So when I teach things, I like to explain why you need to do this. Oh, wait, is it, do they have the replay code up top now in replay codes? I'm sorry, I just completely distracted myself. Did I see that? Do you see it up top left? Is that like a new thing to spectate? Is that like the actual... That is the replay code. To the reason because your tank is expecting to get healed? I mean, not necessarily though, right? Like there's gonna be times you're gonna go for the tracer. See, like you're kind of taking it as a, this is how you always have to play and that's that. I do it as, this is why in this situation you need to look more at your tank and why. See what I'm saying? I also understand where everybody will learn differently on different ways and different teaching approaches. I get it, right? I'm more of a explanation learner, as in like when I learn why something is or like how that is, I learn a lot more. Other people might, you know, they might need like a, just like, hey, heal your tank, and that might be helpful. So anyway, here we go. But that's what I would say. I would say you turn for the tracer, you do the shot. The moment the tracer starts to go away, like you don't need to focus on the tracer right now. You need to focus on position. Like right now, like this is where you need to be in a good position rather than hard focus this tracer. Because like you're turning your back a lot, you're not looking at what they're doing, you're losing your teammates here and there. Like you're very concentrated on trying to kill the Sombra and Tracer. Which I guess you got the kill, so. But then you lose one, you force out res. There you go. Yeah, it'll be very hard for the Tracer to get the value. Again, pop shots are gonna be okay, right? Nano, your Winston would be your target here. Okay, so let's pause here. Take a moment. All right, you have a Winston right here on cart. You're over here on the high ground. You're in a pretty good spot. Position is decent. Their team is Sombra Tracer, so you don't have to worry about them too much. Obviously, the Sombra might be an issue. Right now, what you should do is, I would say, nano your Winston in the next 3 to 5 seconds, because this part of the game is about map control. It's about keeping the map. The way that you hold, hold second point Route 66 is by winning this important team fight. It starts here. And a lot of people will play very safe for a long time on this. So you have the power to be able to give nano to your Winston. Now, two things can happen. You can nano your Winston gets kills, great. Very worst, you nano the Winston, the Sombra overreacts, EMPs your whole team, you lose the team fight, they pop 3 ultimates, but your nano has enabled you to have a retake. If you don't do that, then they might be able to keep their ultimates and you just fall over. But we'll see what your choice is. Uh-oh. So instead of nanoing your Winston, you decide to back up so that nobody can help you on your team, to isolate yourself in a 1v1 against the Sombra, which forced you back, which means you can't nano your teammates. The rest of your teammates die, and then now you're back to square one. Again, what you need to do in this situation is use your positioning. You can go right here. Who on their team is going to get to you, right? You were already in a good spot, and you went with the kind of like one of the worst paths here, because I think you might have hurt us, like someone behind you, and you just left a good spot. That's why, take advantage of this, like, map control. Give nano to Winston. Let your Winston make a play here on cart. At the very worst, as I said, you get ultimates out. But hey, you know what? If you look here, look what happens. You don't nano your Winston. Your teammates fall over, and look at the ults on the other team. There's a huge chance they can come back and win this. So, or like when you try to retake, you're just going to get EMP'd or you're going to lose a team fight. Although you might kill this Sombra because they're making a lot of noise. So there's a chance you get a kill. That you insta-lock Wrecking Ball on your team. Oh, actually, technically, you're playing Wrecking Ball correctly at that point. Is that the worst part? Like you're memeing that, like you're like, yeah, well, I play Wrecking Ball and I ignore my team, and I'm like, that's actually how you play Wrecking Ball. Like a lot of people are like, dude, heal me, I'm on ball. It's like, ball is very self-sufficient. Well, EMP's out there, your team loses the fight. Somehow you're still alive here, I couldn't tell you how, but yep, there you go. Nano target here, Soldier 76 or Winston. Truthfully, I probably nano my Winston here, but if you nano Soldier, that's okay. Was this rank gold? Good sleep. I mean, hey, it worked. That's too much. Correct. Okay, so again, the reason why you want a nano is to keep the momentum. So I want you to think about the times you haven't used nano here. But yeah, you want to kind of keep the nano. Don't be afraid to use nano. That's what I always say. Again, I do want to point out, there's going to be a timing. There's going to be a timing where you will not want to use Nano in certain situations. I'll give you an example. You have the perk that nanos yourself. You can be a little bit safer because you're using it as a protection one. At the flip side of that, you could also use it more aggressively because the moment they dive you, you can pop Nano, and now you're kind of going back and forth, right? So, anyway. Do you notice how the BAP and the Kiriko both use their ultimates and how you weren't able to get anything going there? You need to be more willing to use your nano. I'm telling you right now. It's a lot of people get so focused on wasting an ultimate when in reality, sometimes the voice line alone is enough to scare the other team to win a team fight. I'm not joking. Like, you need to be more like adamant with that when you make those plays. I'm telling you right now, I'll go for a grab and people are like, why would you just grab one person? I'm like, did we win the team fight? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. That's why you grab one person. Again, you don't need to get 5 in an ultimate to win. You don't need to wait for the perfect moments. If you just win, if you get in a limb, a lot of the time that's going to win you the team fight. It's okay, especially on what hero you get. If I solo grab I don't know, an Ana, probably going to win the team fight. Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens next. Yep, I think you're trying to figure out where you need to go. Like here. Just if you're having problems right now, look where your teammates are, look where they can play, they can't see you, start here. Go here, angle yourself, move up slowly. You don't need to go in this like back and forth rotation of run around in circles and just like an iron sighting around. Yeah. Oh, good luck with the interview. Hope it goes well. Heck yeah. Okay, so here's the problem that I'm gonna kind of like point out here. If you set yourself up in a good position, you're not gonna spend the whole time running around in circles doing the exact same thing. So like, good positioning is like how you're going to be able to carry these team fights. Now keep in mind, I see what the Diva's doing. Obviously, if you're the Diva in this situation, don't do that. Like, I know it wasn't like a perfect game going there or anything like that, but you don't need to like just get angry and not actually play the game because of that either. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you have bad ults. Like I can see it happening. Like, that literally just... That's not going to help, by the way. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have Nano again here. Now remember, okay, what's your tank? A Diva, still. Okay, Nano Diva here, because that's gonna help get this team fight going. You're gonna use your ultimate, Nano your Diva, right when they're out of spawn. Oh wait, uh-oh. Oh, I know what's happening now. This, yep. And the thing is, that was just staying high. That's all that was right there. Just staying high. If we had a nano counter right now, we wouldn't even have to have the counter up. Because there wouldn't be a number on there except 0. Actually, did they nano once? Might have nanoed once. Actually, I don't know. Was there even a nano? A taste of poison. Okay, Nano Diva. Just nano someone. Just nano. Nano. On anybody. At this point, you can nano your Moira, your baby Diva, your Reaper. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Sorry, I am sorry. I am just... It finally happened. Taking a moment to pause. The honest says they win this game. Okay. Cat, thanks for the 12 months of the prize. Thanks, appreciate it. Look, I do enjoy it. Let's go. It's on console, yeah. Which is fine. I mean, that's... There we go. Now, my favorite part is that your Nano ended up clearing space with the Reaper. The Reaper gets the kills, and now you have map control. One time, thanks for the 47 months with the tier 1. Thanks, appreciate it. Thank you. Now, you're actually using positioning correctly here. You're hiding behind a wall. You're not playing a line of sight. It's like out of nowhere, now you're playing exactly how you'd want to play. You're holding corners, you're playing positioning, you're not running into the middle of the open. Like you're now out of nowhere, it's like something flipped. You have Nano again in 30%. Now, I want to point out, you have Nano again in 30%. And this is why I'm getting you in the mindset of using Nano. Do you see how quickly you got it? You're about to have it again. That's why I don't want to see you waste Nano for like whole rounds and not use it, because it's so, you get your support ultimate so quickly, especially when your teammates are taking damage. So, like, I just need you to kind of see that, because you get it back so quickly. Yes, here you go. Now you're setting up and positioning. This is good position. They can't get to you. Okay. Yup, you're still on the high ground. They can't go for you. I'll give you a little bit of scoping, because you can see your tank right there, and the backline pressure isn't a problem. Yep. Good Moira ultimate. That's okay. And now you have Nano again. Now you have Nano again. Nano targets, Reaper, Bastion, or Diva, depending on who's getting low. Right now, you don't need a Nano. You're in a 5v3, you don't need a Nano. I'm going to make sure I tell you when you don't need to, so that way you get a better understanding of like when are good times to use it, when are bad times to use it. Right now, 3v5, you don't need to use it. I want you to be careful of this still, okay? And I want to show you what you're doing. I don't mind you looking for the Tracer now in the 5v3. What I do mind is you isolating yourself to make it so the Tracer has a chance to kill you here. Again, stick with your team a little bit more here, so that way your teams can follow up. There's no guarantee they'll help. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, you'll probably hit the sleep here and all that doesn't matter, but like, nice sleep. The point I'm making is like, just try not to isolate yourself sometimes. Good follow up here. Good heals. I did say to save your Bastion. So, again, listen. We got 2 Nanos used. Let's go. Hey, you can use Nano to save someone. I don't think you needed it there, but I'm okay with you using it to save someone if you feel like that's the best opportunity. Yep. Yeah, keep momentum, exactly. On a grenade bottom right. On a grenade bottom right. Try to on a grenade that bottom right area. Okay, head up the side and the weight of it. I just wanted, the moment you slept them there and your Diva was pushed in is when you want to, let me show you very quickly. So in this bottom right-hand corner, when you had the grenade and they were sleeping here, your Diva was also pushed in. So the way I look at this is that if your Diva's pushing into the team and they're down there, you throw an on a grenade in that corner for a reason. One, it's say they have a Moira, for example, and you're afraid of the Moira, then the Moira will have to use Fade, which will then use a cooldown up, right? But number 2, your Diva will get the increased heals, because you get like that burst heal. The Diva will now be against a purple Ramatra, who yes has ultimate, but that Ramatra has to play more defensively. So that's why you want to use that there. Instead, you kind of just miss your grenade, you wait a long time. I want you to feel like what you need to do is be ready for that next step. So you sleep somebody, okay, what's your next step? Don't like sleep somebody and then be like, okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit, what do I do now? Because that auto grenade would have probably gotten the Ramatra right away, forces Fade immediately on the Moira, and now you're pretty much golden, right? So think about those next steps when you're playing there. I think that's super important. And again, I just want to point to you, remember that wasted Nano, kind of, but like, I'm still happy you nanoed. You're already at 50% again. So I want you to keep seeing this, like how quickly you're getting your ults, right? How quickly you're getting your ults. Also, you going back there after the Tracer was chasing you, that was one of the moments where it's okay that you turned around there, because the corner there is a really kind of weird spot to have an angle at. So you actually fell back and you helped, you know, work with your Bastion on that kill. That's fine. I want to point out to you when you're making your good plays, and I want to point out to you when the plays aren't as ideal. So. Good sleep. Do not be afraid to Ana Grenade the Reinhardt. You got to think about this. If that Reinhardt is purple now, two things can happen. Either A, the Kiriko was forced to cleanse the Rein, or B, your teammates kill the Rein because the Rein is now purple behind you in your backline. I think you're afraid to use your cooldown sometimes. I think that's really like a problem that you're running into. Because I'm actually, outside of a couple of plays, I think you understand positioning a little bit. Like you're going to good spots. I think you need to stay at those spots longer. I think you get a little bit impatient with those. Is that stick drift right there? Is that putting your I always wonder on that one, where like you see the controller go to the sky. But I think you're afraid to like use your cooldowns a lot. The only cooldown I think you're not afraid to use is the animation on the mythic weapon. Okay, here we go. All targets anybody in your team outside of Moira. You could, if they do dive your Moira, you could nano Moira. Make sure you get the perk that nanos yourself. Nano Reaper. Nano Reaper. Your Reaper has map control to your left. Nano Reaper or Diva. Just Nano Reaper or Diva. Nano Reaper or Diva. Nano Reaper or Diva. Let's get that Nano going right here. Get that Nano going as soon as you can. Your Reaper's in a good spot for that. Nano Bastion. Yes! There we go! As long as somebody gets Nano, the pressure alone. Thank you! And there you go. Stay there too long. The Tracer's behind you. Remember what I said earlier, that if I can distract you by just literally shooting 4 bullets at you, move with your team. You were over here. The Tracer went to the room. Move up with your team, not towards the Tracer. You kept trying to take a duel that was unnecessary. Now, you probably are going to win the team fight. Your teams did a good job here. Overtime spawns, all that. But don't chase the Tracer there. Move with your team. Rotate with your team. You'll get way more help. You can't expect your team to peel for you in that situation when you're in overtime of a last, like, if you lose the game. You need to move in with your team as a core. Yes, maybe it feels a little bit worse of position, but you can't isolate yourself in 1v1s. And there you go. So good job. You got some of the round, right? You got some plays done. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, one of the #1 issues I'm seeing from the Ana is like just not using cooldowns, being afraid to use abilities and getting distracted by Tracer too easily. So here you go. You can win this. Remember, your team can have an advantage here because if you get the overtime spawns going early, is what I meant to say. Sorry, I cut myself off there. Okay, keeping your teammates alive. The one, I got good news for you. I think you understand positioning well enough, like being in gold right here. Like, I think your positioning is actually pretty solid. I want you to understand why you use good positioning, and here's my take. Good positioning means it takes a lot for the other team to get to you. So if you're already in that spot... By the way, sometimes I think you're trying to be too accurate with your Ana grenades. You can use splash damage, like throw them at the floor, just so you know. I see you kind of like launching them sometimes. It's okay to just like launch at the floor in front of you and like the splash will do it out. This is gold, yes. But yeah. Like with positioning, it's all about making it so it's hard for them to get to you. Even if like it doesn't seem like it's effective, if they can't get to you, you're already in a good spot. You don't need to give that position up. Play health pack here, which is behind you, which I think you know. Health pack behind you. Throw an Ana grenade. There you go. Now you can heal your diva a lot easier. Good job. Okay. Not the best attack there, but not the worst. I think you got the cart right till, like, here. This is a winnable game, which, I mean, we kind of know where it's going to go, but this is still the point I'm making is this is still definitely very winnable. I think one of my favorite things is, you ever notice that sometimes like, a player will be, like, the one that will be, like, getting super angry at you or, like, you know, getting mad you won't swap. But then, like, when it comes down to the important team fights and they need to be here at the beginning to be able to really get a good start, they're all the way running back from spawn right now. Because they just picked late. I'm not saying I haven't picked late before. I'm just saying. It ended up being fine. The timers were fine. I really need to get you out of this spot, though. I think you play this spot too much. You ready? Just again, to show you this rotation, so maybe I can kind of explain it more. If your team's here, play up here. If your team starts to push up, it's okay to rotate here. But the reason why this spot can suck sometimes is if you lose any map control, you have nowhere to go. So you start up here as the strong spot, and as your teammates make a play and move forward, you move up to a stronger spot because they can't get to you. But if they don't have the space creation for you yet, and keep in mind, this happened after, you're gonna end up getting kind of rolled here, or it's gonna be a really awkward spot where like you don't really know where to go. You're like, do I go here? Do I go there? Like, you're just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're gonna end up in a spot where you're gonna get cornered and you have nowhere to go besides like doing what you're doing here, which this is not gonna be a good rotation. Now, thankfully, you'll probably get the Mauga on a grenade. Yep, there it is. And you win the team fight, but like, look at this. You're running all over the place. You're like going here, you're going there. Like, it's just a lot happening. Yep. Oh yeah, I mean, if the other team had like amazing teamwork right now, or even decent teamwork, you'd already fallen over by now. I mean, your Torb's on the cart. Already a minute and a half off the clock, close to that though. That's nice. Why is there a Life Weaver flanking? I don't even know. I feel like you're tunneling a little bit too hard here, but there's also some picks, so maybe it works. Oh, they're gonna run at you in a straight line. This is a sleep waiting to happen. Well, you hit a cooldown. That's nice at least. Okay, good job by your Moira there. All right, good job. Survive that. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think this is, you know, the other team maybe is able to get the cart going a little bit more. There might be a different story for him. You can nano someone if you need to. That's fine if you get that. Either way, you used on a grenade. You used it well, and you saved nano. I'm okay with that save, as long as you use the cooldown there. They forget about the cart. I mean, why do you think I have, and this isn't an over-exaggeration, close to 1,400 hours of objective time? People don't like pushing objectives. I get it. You want to go and play and have a good time? Yep. That number in Stadium, I don't know. That's why, dude, a little side note on that, one thing that sucks in Stadium is that, like, Stadium cash is a huge part of it, and if you're the person who has to push, like, do the objective sometimes, they give you no benefit for doing that. They're like, yeah, no, you just get the satisfaction of being the one to sit in the objective while everybody else goes up there. They're like, oh, okay. Do you get any Stadium cash? Nope. So far, so good. Again, I do want to point out your positioning. Wait, did you pick the one that crits? I just realized that. You don't even have the one that nanos you on the perks, I realized. Huh. Surprise. Maybe just like that one. Yep. Don't be afraid of nano here. If you nano this, you're going to win. Nano targets, Ramatra. Or Moira. Nano targets, Ramatra, Moira, or to save somebody. Anybody. Okay. Nope. Anybody can be nanoed at any point. All right. Uh-oh. I mean, your team clearly gets back, but... Please nano someone here in a second. Just anybody. Even if it has to be the Torb right now, I'm so okay with that. Just anybody. Ready, set, nano. Go. Hit the nano button. There's no reason to wait now. You're good. You don't even have the perk that will save you. Nano. Nano Ramatra. Nano Ramatra. There you go. And in the end, after all of that, good positioning, by the way. Great rotation there. After all of that, your team wins. And, you know, I gotta say, normally when I watch Spectatings, I usually will be like, hey, your positioning just needs a lot of work. Right? That's like, I'll usually be like, hey, your positioning needs a lot of work. I wanted to showcase this for positioning. Your positioning's great. For the most part, outside of over here, right, I think a like your idea of what position it is good. Like this rotation up to the high ground over here was excellent. They can't get a free kill on you. It's not easy. You have a vantage point. That was great. But yeah, point I'm making here, position was pretty decent. Remember, it's okay to keep the position and recognize the spots where I showed you or where it wasn't good positioning. But real talk, just use your cooldowns, okay? Every time you use nano, good things happen. Obviously, it sucks that for a while your tank kind of gave up for a bit at the beginning. Your team ended up winning, which was nice to see. Obviously, it can suck when that happens. But you really need to use your cooldowns and focus on that stuff. You do that, you're going to be in a good spot. I mean, I showcase it everywhere, so hopefully you learned a lot from that stuff, and hopefully you keep seeing improvement. So, yeah, good job winning the game. That was nice. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't. Leave a comment, all that helps. If you want to submit your own Spectating, my Discord. With that being said, if you want to watch more of these videos, we have a little square below here. You'll see that. Click the video, watch the video. It's a good one. Hope you all have an amazing day /night.